Well, hi everybody. Today I am taking my bass raider to the water for the first time. This little tiny boat, which is 10 foot 2 inches long, 50 inches wide, was given to me by Pelican by my request because I was hoping to someday turn this into a dinghy for my big boat. Here you can see I easily brought it without a trailer on my truck to the water, and I was going to take it out just to give it a shot. I happened to have it on my truck and wasn't really planning to take it out, but as I drove past the water I was like, you know what, I gotta try it. And right off the bat I started having trouble. You can see how many times I'm pulling on the handle to get this motor to work, but it wound up being my fault. I'll get into that later. But the motor is a Coleman motor, which has done really well for me since this initial launching. Eventually I got it started. It was a lot more trouble than I was used to compared to launching a kayak here. You launch a kayak, you go. There's never any worries about a motor not working, not starting. But once I was going, I realized, okay, this is pretty cool. I was motoring down the waterway that I usually had to paddle, that I usually had to use my back to get down. It was actually quite nice. Then up ahead I saw another boat, and it was in the channel. It was very strange to see another boat here. And then, stranger still, the motor cut out. Fortunately, I had the Parapole Micro Spike with me, and I had brought it just so that I could pole around if I didn't want to use the motor. I'm really glad I brought it with me, because with the motor not running, I had no other way to move this boat around.
You guys blocking the road?
These people up ahead had a net strewn all the way across this little creek. It was very strange.
It's my first time getting this boat wet.
Oh, really?
I came here and forgot to check to see if I had gas. It's alright. Better here than out there.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys like EPC or something? Or?
No, we're a private environmental firm.
Okay.
How far are you headed?
Again, this is just an experiment. Brand new motor, brand new boat. Usually a kayaker.
Fish out here a lot?
Yep.
We're in there kayaking?
Yep. I don't think I want to go too far if this thing's truly out of gas. Just stopped right over there. Never run out of gas on my kayak. Been some big redfish floating around. Let's see. Shortest boat ride in history.
This was a pretty awkward situation. I was out here in this creek with another boat, and there's usually never any boats in this creek, and now there were two of them, including myself.
You gonna head back? Yeah. You wanna go back so you can push?
Sure, if you're offering, I'll take it.
But oddly enough, since I had run out of gas, it was a blessing to have another boat here, because they offered to tow me back, and I would have been fighting the current the whole time, and the bottom was real soft, and pushing myself along with that spike would have been very difficult. So I was extremely lucky to have this other boat out here, and I was very grateful to have the tow back. The next time I take this boat out, I was more prepared and I had a much better time. But this was the very first time I'd ever had it out. And it turned out to be a good experiment to see how it would be to get it to the water, to launch it, and to load it back onto my truck.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Have a good one. Thanks, brother. Good luck catching fish.
This little Coleman motor was actually pretty light. And the boat itself weighs 145 pounds. So, all in all, it wasn't that bad to move around. The motor has an internal gas tank, so there's no external gas tank or any nonsense to worry about. Here you can see the little modification I made so I could attach it to my truck. This thing has worked out pretty good. I also made a trolley for this bass boat. I used the kayak trolley that Pelican makes, and I turned it into something a little bit bigger. And the trolley worked really well. I wouldn't want to drag this boat across all those rocks and oysters. I was able to go uphill with relative ease. The only thing left to do was to take everything, put it in the bed of the truck, which I don't normally do with my kayak, but, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal. And then up onto the ladder rack it goes. You can see it's light enough that I can do it myself. Two ratchet straps holds down the boat to the ladder rack. And then I have two more ratchet straps that hold the motor pretty secure. Perhaps I'll make a more in-depth video in the future. For now, I'm just gonna go home with my tail between my legs, get some gas, and fill this thing up, and I'll be taking it out again real soon. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for more videos with this Bass Raider and this Coleman motor in the future. Next time I'll remember to bring gas with me.